Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Handoff from the shotgun. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Hard-hitting tackle.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Tosses it incomplete.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. These two teams always seem to fight tooth and nail, and LSU pulled out a close one last season.
Yeah, the Tigers found a way down the stretch to make plays against the mighty Crimson Tide, get that winning streak going, build some momentum for this year.
And that was huge to their confidence, too, in terms of closing out the season. So if they could put it back-to-back in this one, just think what that would do for this program moving forward.
Going for it all. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going. And the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Catch in the middle. It's Green. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Lets it fly. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snags it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? They'll go right back to the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
From the gun. Pressure coming. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll keep it on the ground. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, picked off. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
and quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
I really like when the defense goes dime. More speed, like so much speed and space in college football, and you can put so many DBs on the field. In these situations, when they do take off and scramble, I go chase them down, make the big 3rd down stop.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 7, Alabama 0.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, look out! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Motion from the offense. Off-play action on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. The aerial assault continues. Makes his connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my 3rd down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
He's looking to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Brings up 4th and goal.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing. So if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant. This place is scary when the crowd gets involved, and that sack right there is going to light them up.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making. The
Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field.
That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a touch.
Off he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Here comes that Alabama offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking for space. It's Hill. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get the first through the air. Keeps looking downfield. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. Get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field.
And the pass is intercepted.
Quarterbacks, it's not just about speed. Like, listen, man-to-man, you just come up, get your man, I got him, right? I run all over the field with him. But when you play zone coverages, I got to understand what it is, and I got to understand my assignment. I got to get deep in cover 3 zone. That's my third of the field. Cornerback does a really good job understanding zone principle, taking off, making the INT.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half, with the score, LSU 10, Alabama 0.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or... Listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Defense is about filling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught, close to the marker, it's Green. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Wide receiver shows motion. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They're going to run it. pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
2nd and 10 here. The give to the tailback. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
He's tackled at the 12-yard line. It's 3rd down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their...
He's got it! Touchdown, LSU! And the route is on. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. opportunities to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
It's 2nd down.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Finds his big tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. Touchdown LSU! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They move the tight end all over. He'll try it again. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really good run there on 3rd down. He got 5, but they're still left with a 4th and 3.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. The RPO, fire complete to the left.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. He runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, LSU 31, Alabama 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Wide out in motion. Quickly to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
LSU 38, 0.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He makes the connection. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 1. Brings up
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Back to the ground with the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
brought down at the 46-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. The run from the shotgun. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll try the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. 3rd and goal from way back there. The quarterback takes a knee. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.